Well, summer can be a hard time to keep the kids entertained, but there's one thing that can bring the whole family together. We're talking about video games. Byrne, the toy guy, joins us from New York this morning. He has some ideas on the best video games for the whole family to enjoy. Hey, Chris, how are you?
I am great. I have had so much fun teaming up with Nintendo to play all these different games. I'll call it research.
Yeah, so a lot of parents are looking for video games they can play with the whole family together. What options do people have?
Well, you know, there's a lot of different games, and games are a great way to bring the family together. They have social experiences. They can learn about being a good loser, and video games are really central to the family experience right now. I'm going to show you 4 games that are really cool for the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to start with the one that I can do really well, Super Mario Odyssey. This is an adventure game where you travel with Mario through all sorts of different worlds in a 3D adventure, and there his friend Cappy is helping him out. That's a new character introduced for Mario Odyssey. Really super fun. I like these games because it's really about a little bit open-ended as you explore and have fun. If you like racing games, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the latest chapter in this really popular franchise. Jump behind the wheel as one of the Nintendo characters, go on different tracks, different areas. You've got the exploding turtles you can throw. Really super fun for kids. I'm not so good at this. The guys in my office wipe the floor with me every time, but it's such a blast to play with.
Yeah, that is my game for sure.
One of my favorite characters has always been Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This is a cooperative game where 2 players team up and they're trying to save DK Island from the Arctic invaders, trying to see if you can manage that. Really super fun to do, and of course it's a great Donkey Kong adventure. And then finally, because Nintendo has such a great legacy with sports games, they've introduced Mario Tennis Aces. Here you play as Mario or the other characters on all kinds of different courts, different ways to play, and you get a few advantages that are a little bit outside of regulation play, but really fun way to play tennis.
Awesome. So a lot of families are traveling this summer. How can you keep the kids entertained, maybe when you're on the road or even at the airport?
Well, one of the things kids love to do is they love to be able to take the games along that they're already playing. And that's one way you can do, one of the ways you can do that is with the Nintendo Switch. You can see it's connected to the TV here through the dock, but if I lift up the tablet out of the dock, it instantly translates right onto the tablet. I can take it with me. I've got my Joy-Cons. I can play the game as I go. And then when I get to the hotel or back home, I plug it back into my dock, and within seconds, you're back up and playing just where you left off. That's a really great way for travel, and multiple kids can play on one Switch with the different Joy-Cons.
And it's easy to set up to the TV as well?
It's HDMI cable, plug right in. It's really plug and play. We had no trouble with it at all.
Wow. All right. Well, so after so many years, how do characters like Mario and Donkey Kong just keep going strong?
Well, I think it's because we have like multi-generational relationships with these characters now. We started playing Donkey Kong when we were kids, and now our kids are playing with it. Of course, it's got a lot to do with a strong storyline, because you know who Donkey Kong is. You know who Mario is. So kids want to play with them. They want to go on the next adventures. They can't wait to see what the next chapter is.
Absolutely. Well, what are some of the other hot gaming trends this summer?
So one of the biggest trends you're going to see this year, and I'm going to be talking about this all fall, is the integration of technology and classic play. Because today's kids, today's 12-year-olds, have never lived in a world without a smartphone. So technology is like the air to them. So you take something like Nintendo Labo, and you're actually building these cardboard models. So it's a really cool, creative construction play process. And then you integrate the Nintendo Switch, and you're actually playing the piano that you've built. Now, I'm only showing you the basic program here, but you can compose on it. You can do other kinds of things. The software is really, really sophisticated. So it's a great way to integrate classic play with technology.
I see a number of cardboard things. Do they all come in that kit, and how much does it cost?
Okay, so the Toy-Con kit has a bunch of toys that you can make. This is the variety pack. We've got, they all come together. We start with actually this, which is really an RC car, and you connect the Joy-Cons to it. What's great about this is it really teaches you the process of the building. So then by the time you get up to the piano, which took me 3 hours to build and was super fun, you really know what you're doing. And the instructions on the Switch are so cool, because you've got a little voice that sort of urges you along and says, yes, you've got to make 8 keys, but we're going to have a good time doing it. So it's really immersive and fun. And people keep coming into my office going, what are you doing? I said, I'm building a piano. What do you think I'm doing? Just
of course.
really so much fun.
All right, well, Chris, if we want to get more information on any of this, where can we get it?
You can check out all of these at Nintendo.com.
Wonderful. Chris Barnes, thank you so much for joining us from New York this morning. If you missed any of this interview, we'll be posting on our website, KOBI5.com. Stay with us. We're back in just a few minutes.